This takes me back to my school days, my last year at school. All my mates had these Yamaha FS1Es, except, well, I didn't have one. I was riding around on a rally runabout and they were all taking the mickey out of me. I can see why, because it's a really nice bike to ride, lively, very light and easy, handles beautifully. I did have a little bit to do with them back in those days because I used to end up fixing them for various people. Never owned one back in the day.
Right, another day at Bashley. Two restoration jobs that Jim and I have just completed. Two quite rare different bikes. This one's quite unique. It's a 1950 Turner bivan. The principle was, which was a very good idea, but poorly executed. It was like a delivery van where you sat on the top and you could lift this up here and put all your gear in here and off you would go. If you think about it today, with the GPO, McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken and the congestion of traffic, if you had a modern edition of this, it would be quite a good little delivery van. Unfortunately, the Turner wasn't a success. Too complicated, too expensive. But today, if you set off with an electric transmission, probably use a standard manufactured engine and forks. So all you would have to do is do the bodywork, and probably even using modern electric motors and batteries and stuff. So could be a very good vehicle for the future. This is 150cc, Turner's own engine, 2-speed gearbox. This is the gear change here, which is quite unique. And fuel tank up on the top. The body's quite unique. I couldn't imagine the cost of producing this. Everything's like one-off, so manufacturing, design, making castings, machining, press tools to make the body, horrendous. So anyway, we'll have a ride on this, and this is the more modern 1972 FS1E Yamaha. This was very popular with everyone. This is the early model with hub brakes, which I like really. Disc brakes are a bit too modern. So, lovely job. You can see why they were so popular. And unfortunately in the museum, this will probably create more attention on this because everybody has ridden an FS1E when they were at school or actually leaving school, university. Whereas this here is quite unique. They never, I think they only sold about 10. We have located 5 in the world. Two in Birmingham, 1 in Australia, and this one, sorry, it's only 4 we have located. So quite unique, lovely museum piece. So Jim will fire them up and off we'll have a little ride round on them. Okay, there's the FS1E and the bivan. So we'll pop into the workshop now. We've got some other projects on board, so we'll run through those. Come through. recently bought these two Rudges. They're 1926 4-valve. What we're going to do, we're going to build both of them, but we'll restore the concourse condition, this one, and put it on display in the museum. This one here, we'll just use all the bits up and sell it on to cover some of the expenditure. Rudge made most of the stuff themselves. They made the frames, the engines, everything, even the gearboxes. So Rudge Whitworth, famous racing bike of the 30s. Graham Walker Murray's father used to ride in the Ulster Grand Prix, won the Ulster Grand Prix, so that's why one of the Rudges is called Ulster. The Ulster Rudge, Ulster Grand Prix, 7 miles straight, Claddy Corner, down the Nuts Corner, on down into Antrim, up the 7 miles straight. Used to watch it when we were kids, 7 miles straight, and there's often the story that Ollie Bell told me when the Works Nortons were going together. They were flat out up the straight, bored out of their minds because it was 7 miles, and they used to reach over and switch each other's petrol off for a bit of fun going up the 7 miles straight. But anyway, I've done a bit of work on this one. They were all in bits, so we're trying to get all the bits together. We're getting ready for complete build, and then we'll strip it all out for restoration. Moving on from the Rudges, this is a bit later, the Konig 73, Kim Newcomb, great rider from Australia. Jim's just dropping the tank on the ice to give you an idea what it looks like. So Kim Newcomb, great rider. He was leading the World Championship, and then he went to Silverstone for a non-championship meeting, and unfortunately in the wet crashed and was unfortunately it was a fatal crash. So he lost the World Championship, and it would have been Konig's first victory in the solo championship. But they did win the sidecar championship in 1975 and 76 with Rolf Stenhausen, German rider. So they were very successful. They started life really as an outboard engine crew, speed craft. So the Konig was quite a big engine manufacturer, so they supported the Newcomb effort to go Grand Prix racing. 4-cylinder, flat 4. All you special builders should get your notebook out and have a look at this. You see how the clutch cable operates? Very clever, how it pulls at 90 degrees. Very, very brilliant. So the cable goes off in the right direction, whereas if you have it here, it goes off in the wrong direction. It has to go around the engine. So I really like that. That's wonderful. That goes on there. That's the belt from the oil pump for the water pump. So that goes on there like that, and that just dries your pump. You wouldn't believe a Grand Prix bike, they would use those for water pump. Anyway, there we go. Another day in paradise. Plenty to do. Catch up with you later.